2016 was a year that brought forth many challenges within our community. Challenges that brought us closer to one another, a closeness that I believe mirrored the coming together as a young child I remember after the devastation of the 1968 Greenwood tornado. This time I am referring, of course, to the tragic events of Wednesday, August the 10th, 2017. As the local news reported of Corporal Bill Cooper's passing, we came together as a community, praying for the family and loved ones of our fallen officer. We also saw our community and our surrounding communities come together to help search for Keenan, our beloved canine officer. We also prayed for her safe return and for all of our city, county, and surrounding law enforcement officers' safety during this terrible ordeal. But I believe tragedies and circumstances such as these make us stronger as a community. So let us not forget these times. I'm pleased to report to you tonight that I believe the state of our city is strong. And we're strong because of how we come together as a community. I'm pleased to assure you that your elected officials, your department heads, and all those city employees that you see each and every day are working hard to provide you with not only good streets, clean water, excellent fire and police protection, but also with a great quality of life amenities such as parks, multi-purpose trail systems, festivals, and events throughout the year. Our city departments continue to work together for you, and your investments are paying off. Henry Ford once said, "Coming together is beginning. Keeping together is progress. Working together is success." This evening, I would like to talk about our noteworthy accomplishments and our goals for the future. Last year, we opened our new police station under the leadership of Chief Will Dawson. The facility has a world-class training center that has brought police departments from all across the state to our city. Tammy and I got to sit in on one of those such events just this week. It was a leadership and professionalism, and I only stayed an hour. I couldn't take much more than that. It was a good training session. I believe that the officers got a lot from it. I consider our police department to be the best of the best in training and professionalism, a force to be proud of. I am proud to report that not one but 4 publications have rated us one of the top safest cities in Arkansas. Using FBI statistics, SafeWise, Niche, and the National Council for Home Security and Security ranked Greenwood to be the 2nd safest city in the state overall. Value Penguin ranked us the #1 safest mid-sized city in Arkansas. We achieved these rankings working together as a community. I want to thank Chief Dawson and your staff, Joey, Hug, and all the men and women who help keep our town safe and secure. A few months ago, I declared it Hug a Police Officer Month, and we had some issues over there, didn't we? But we made it through it, didn't we? We made it. For the 7th year in a row, Greenwood has been nationally recognized as a FireWise community. We were also nationally certified as a Ready, Set, Go fire department, all under the leadership of our very own newly elected president of the Arkansas Association of Fire Chiefs, Chief Stuart Bryant. The 10-year sales tax extension that our citizens voted for has allowed us to make investments in new equipment, in addition to Fire Station #1 and firefighter training, which has led to more efficient and quicker response times. Our investments have helped the fire department accomplish a new ISO rating. The fire department, this is increasing our rating from a 4 to a 3, which will lead to reductions in homeowner insurance premiums. Your investments are paying back. This outstanding rating was accomplished by the fire department, working alongside with the water department closely together to upgrade our fire hydrants and increase water pressure. Once again, proving we are better together. Thank you, Greenwood firefighters, for your service to our city. One of the many important investments that we make as a city also is in our quality of life, our parks and trails. The Parks Commission and Director Richard McKinney continue to make tremendous strides in ensuring that Greenwood is making certain our citizens have every opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors. The Parks Department obtained $321,000 in grants for bike and walking trails, improvements to our city lake, roof on the clock tower, and the extension of the promenade at Bell Park. Last year, we saw the completion of the Bell Park Amphitheater, and I, for one, am excited to see what this venue will bring to our community. And with the help of Eagle Scouts, we have a new mobile Santa house, new park benches, and a renovated Winford Park. As a city, we came together to celebrate our heritage and holidays during Freedom Fest and Fall Fest. We broke records in both attendance and vendor participation. Working closely with the Greenwood Art Guild, we helped start a new event called Art Fest on the Trail. Last year also saw the importance of coming together as a community by the renovation of the clock tower in the town square. I know this was a very important project to Richard McKinney. Once again, you can hear every hour on the hour the chime of the historical bell that was salvaged from the Sebastian County Courthouse destroyed in the '68 tornado. Thank you to Richard McKinney and his crew for all of your hard work in bringing the city together. One of the promises I made as a candidate was to work towards improving our city's infrastructure. Paving roads, fixing drainage issues, replacing and extending water and sewer lines, and tonight I'm very proud to say that we are doing just that. The street department crew is Greenwood's unsung heroes. They are under the direction of the newly hired street department director, Simon Wiley. Wiley has immersed himself and his crew in the idea of making Greenwood better, with a focus on addressing drainage issues, selecting streets in disrepair throughout the city, and clearing right-of-ways, improving visibility for our citizens' safe travel. We are focusing on the issue of traffic relief, hopefully announcing a very valuable plan in the near future. I want to look closely at options to provide traffic relief for our downtown area. It is important to make sure our downtown merchants continue to thrive and at the same time allow for safe traffic flow throughout our city. And also recognizing the safety issue should we ever lose one or both of our bridges that connect us to the east side of town. With our investments in new equipment, you will see major improvements across the city in the coming year. This will include the assurance of quick and easy response times for all emergency services to all sections of town. Thank you to Simon Wiley and his crew for all your hard work. Directors Tim Posey and Director Greg Cross continue to work hard to provide the city with the best water and sewer services. In 2016, we saw many improvements with the installation of 2 natural gas generators in 2 separate locations, which will provide continuous service during power outages. The water billing system saw a major upgrade, which will reflect customers' usage more evenly, eliminating rollover spikes. This year, we'll see the construction of 2 new water tanks. One, I believe, is almost complete. A 1 million gallon tank and a 200,000 gallon tank. With the installation of water and sewer services on Highway 10 spur, it is proving to be our build it and they will come. For example, with the completion of Tractor Supply and soon to be completed Anytime Fitness, Dollar Tree, and AT&T store, we feel this is just the beginning of the economic impact due to our infrastructure investments. Director Sonny Bell works diligently reaching out to new businesses, encouraging the economic growth of our city, along with the Planning Commission and Western Arkansas Planning and Development District. Last year saw the passage of Ordinance 16-01, which ensures minimum housing standards. The state-of-the-art Greenwood Freshman Center was completed. The Primrose Arbor Cottage Home project was approved and is now underway, along with the Wayfinding Signage project. These are just a small number of projects that keep our city, again, growing strong. As our city continues to grow, so do the responsibilities of the finance department. Director Ann Egglensdorfer continues that very important work. In 2016, we developed a disaster recovery plan and installed an off-site backup with the direct guidance from the very knowledgeable staff from Diversified Computer Resources. You can't speak or talk about accomplishments and building our future without mentioning our schools. Greenwood regularly ranks in the top 5 academic schools in the state, and our athletic programs continue to perform at championship levels. Your investments in the education of our children are paying off. The new Freshman Center opened in August of 2016. It helps students transition into high school and sets them on a path towards college and future careers. The center houses the UAFS robot automation and other programs where students can get college credit and earn technical certificates. As part of our district-wide STEM program, Project Lead the Way has been recognized by the Arkansas Department of Education. They designated Greenwood Junior High as one of the state's 12 schools of innovation. We will continue to invest in our children and our city's future. The school board recently approved the creation of the Bulldog Learning Academy, which will take our education system to the next level. Thank you to John Ciesla, Greenwood school board members, teachers, particularly kindergarten teachers, and staff for your continued dedication to our youth. And of course, the Greenwood Bulldogs, who in all sports continue our winning tradition. As a member of Greenwood's Economic Development Committee, I promised as a candidate to focus on supporting local businesses and to work with the Chamber of Commerce to attract new business. Under the direction of Michael Lejeune, our Economic Development Committee is helping Greenwood grow. The group worked with the city and developers on the Tractor Supply Company project that opened in the spring of 2016. The committee worked alongside the city to develop a new community logo and brand, Greenwood, Feels Like Home. This group works to market Greenwood in order to attract new residents and to maintain and develop current and new businesses. A long-term goal for the committee is the creation of a development plan along the I-49 and along the Highway 71, Highway 10, and 10 Spur corridor coming into Greenwood. Near the end of 2016, the Greenwood Chamber of Commerce was indeed blessed with the new Director of Operations, Tanya Taylor, who I think we can all agree has endless energy. Tanya also works as a liaison between the Chamber and the Greenwood Economic Development Committee. Thank you, Tanya, for always representing Greenwood in a positive way. She's working tirelessly to advertise and promote local businesses and to provide resources and networking opportunities for new and current residents. Thanks to Tanya, the Greenwood Chamber has a new face and a new website. Check it out at greenwoodarkansas.com. As mayor, I have the honor and privilege of attending some very special events. Recently, one such occasion was a celebration of 100 years of selling Girl Scout cookies. Not me, but the Girl Scouts. Also attending this event was a Boy Scout troop of which a very special young man by the name of Boston Wisenhunt is a member. As a part of the Girl Scout cookie celebration, the girls wanted to honor the Scout troop, particularly Boston, who is battling cancer and is always ready and willing to lend a hand. I was also there to deliver a proclamation to declare it Boston Wisenhunt Day. What I witnessed a little later that evening, while driving around our beautiful square, was not one, but 3 of our police officers granting Boston his wish. These are the things that make us strong. The countless volunteers within the community, whether they be members of Focus on Greenwood, such as Citizens of the Year, Dan and Donna Gladwin, the Bulldog Breakfast Club, Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, construction tech students volunteering their time on the Trail of Lights, citizens providing food to our police department, local businesses or churches. It takes all of us to make a community, proving once again we are stronger together. As Greenwood grows, even if our population only increases by half of the projected numbers, which by the way are 25,000 residents by the year 2040, we will need everyone, our citizens, community, and city officials to come together and invest in our future. We will need to expand our boundaries in every direction. We will need to remain diligent in focusing on infrastructure to support our growing community. I have proposed a municipal complex for the east side of town, and if approved, would not only provide a new home for our Boys and Girls Club, but also the potential of making a tremendous contribution to our city sales and use tax by hosting baseball, softball, basketball, and soccer tournaments for all ages, attracting teams from not only surrounding communities, but surrounding states. This proposal would also free up the 32 acres the Boys and Girls Club now calls home on Highway 71 directly across from Walmart for future economic development. All of which I believe would greatly increase our chances to attract new restaurants, retail shops, and yes, maybe even a hotel. Wouldn't it be nice to see that 3% hotel tax go to good use? As Mark Twain once said, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. I have faith that we can accomplish these and other future goals, but no single individual, city department, or community organization can tackle these issues alone. As your mayor, I believe as we have done in the past, we can continue to come together and grow together, not just as a city, but as a family. There is a reason Greenwood feels like home, because it is our home. I am thankful and honored each and every day to serve as your mayor. And I pledge to continue to serve and work together with our council, city staff, and you, the citizens of this great city, as we continue to grow together. Thank you, and may God bless you.